Ahoy there, I'm Captain Chris. I'm not a real captain, but I'm here to tell you about cruise ship cabins and your cabin steward. And you might be surprised to hear about some of the things you can ask your steward for, so stay tuned to the end of this video for a few suggestions you might not have thought of. We recently cruised on P&O's cruise ship Arvia, but these tips will be relevant across many other cruise lines as well. Now, if you're lucky enough to be booking a suite for your cruise, then you can expect a few extra perks that cruisers in the normal cabins won't get. The cabins are much bigger for a start and come with champagne and chocolates on arrival, a fruit bowl, a pillow menu so that you can choose the perfect pillow for you, bathrobes and slippers, binoculars for wildlife spotting, and a coffee machine. You have your breakfast in an exclusive restaurant, and you'll get priority check-in and boarding if you're travelling from Southampton, and a welcome reception with free drinks and nibbles. You also get your own butler, who can do all sorts of things for you, like packing and unpacking your suitcases, booking shore excursions, making reservations in the restaurants, and setting up parties in your room so you can have guests round from another cabin. You can be served the full menu from the main restaurants, course by course, in your suite, and they can also carry out a laundry service for you. It's worth understanding though that each butler covers a few cabins, so they're not exclusively yours 24 hours a day, and they can't be used as a companion or for babysitting. On Arvia and Iona there are Conservatory mini suites, which are lovely rooms with a really nice conservatory, but they have proved a little bit controversial. The problem is that their balconies go straight out onto the promenade deck, so passers-by can see you sitting on your sun lounger, and there's a slope at the end of the deck which makes it even easier to see in. Also, the cabins above look right down into your balcony area. Some people won't mind this, but it's not for everyone, so think carefully before choosing one of these. They might be a better choice if the weather's cooler, so you can enjoy the conservatory when maybe you wouldn't be using the outside area so much. There are also plenty of balcony cabins for people who like getting a bit of fresh air. They're well worth considering if you're travelling to somewhere with good weather, although again you might not use your balcony much if the weather's cold and wet. We cruised with P&O before on a ship called Oceania, which is no longer in service, and the bathrooms on Arvia were much bigger and nicer than on the old ship, with an ice shower and toiletries from the White Company. You get a safe and a fridge in your room, and tea and coffee making facilities. There's plenty of room under the beds for suitcases. There are USB sockets under the bedside lights, and the light switch with the indented circle on it turns on a night light, so you can find your way to the bathroom at night without waking your partner up or tripping over the chair. The TVs you get are nice and big, and you can get all sorts of information on them, like your onboard account balance, the ship's location, and there are loads of films you can watch on demand, and all free of charge. The sea view cabins are very similar to the balcony cabins, except they just have a window at the end rather than a balcony. And if you want to keep the price of your holiday down, there are plenty of inside cabins, which are still nice inside, but they're smaller and of course have no windows at all. Some people don't like the sound of having no windows, but if you just regard your cabin as somewhere to lay your head at night, it might be just fine for you, and your days can be spent enjoying all the facilities the ships have to offer. Now, before I tell you about some of the unusual things that you can ask your cabin steward for, could I please ask, if you're finding this video at all useful or interesting, would you please hit the subscribe button and allow notifications? Subscribing doesn't cost you anything, but it does mean that you'll know when I post another video, and it tells me you're enjoying the videos that I've posted so far, and that's important to me, so please subscribe. Thank you. Now, your cabin is serviced each day by your cabin steward, who will introduce themselves to you at the start of your cruise, but they can do a surprising number of things for you that you might not have thought of. You're allowed to bring a litre bottle of spirits per adult with you for consumption in your cabin, and all the mixers you like, but what if you want some ice in your drinks? If you ask your steward, they'll bring an ice bucket for you each day. Actually, there is an ice dispenser on board on deck 8 between the clubhouse and the quays, but why fetch ice from there when you can have your own? You get a copy of the Horizon magazine each day, which tells you what's happening on board, but you can ask for extra copies if you all want one each. You can ask for extra toiletries like hair conditioner, flannels and extra towels. Although if you're going swimming, there are towel stores for you by the pools, so you don't need to take towels from your cabin for that. But you might want more if there's 3 or 4 of you sharing a cabin. You can ask for extra blankets, pillows and a mattress topper if you don't like the feel of the gap where the 2 beds are pushed together. And they can bring you wine glasses and a corkscrew if you'll be having a bottle of wine in your room. You can ask for extra hangers for your wardrobe and bathrobes, slippers or a coffee machine if your cabin doesn't come with those included. I'm not promising that you'll get everything you ask for or that everything will be free of charge, but there's no harm in asking, is there? Your cabin steward will fold away any temporary beds that you're using during the daytime and can move or remove furniture if you need the extra space, perhaps if you have mobility issues, and they can help with other medical issues like bringing a container for disposing of medical sharps. If you use a CPAP machine to help your breathing at night, your steward can provide an extension lead if one is needed and distilled water. Although I would definitely recommend informing your cruise line about your medical needs before you travel, so there can't be any doubt about what they can do to help. Bottled drinking water is charged for, but if you order breakfast to your room, you can ask for it to come with a jug of water, which is free, and you can then use that for the rest of the day. There are water dispensers dotted around the ship if you've got your own bottle. I have heard of people asking their steward for an ice bucket and then allowing the ice to melt for drinking water. But the easiest way to get free drinking water is from the tap in your bathroom. The tap water is perfectly good to drink. As I've said, I can't guarantee you'll get everything you ask for, but the stewards are very helpful and they will help you with anything that they can. Why not leave a comment below and let me know if you've asked for something unusual on a cruise and whether you got it and was it free. And until next time, thanks for watching.